You may have heard about PDRN. It's such a hot topic in aesthetics right now. In fact, Kim Kardashian, of course, has made headlines talking about it. And I am lucky to have the owner of PDO Max, Gio, here to tell us all about why you should be caring about PDRN and how you can actually get your hands on it, implement it into your practice to get even better results for your patients and generate more revenue for your med spa. Hi, Gio.
Hi, how are you, Caitlin? So nice to talk to you again.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, let's dive right in. First off, for those of you that haven't heard of what PDRN is, first, break that down exactly what that is, how all of a sudden it's made headlines for us.
So PDRN has been used pretty consistently in other countries. It's also been used in the United States for burn victims. It is salmon DNA. What do we mean by that? It's actually salmon sperm that is derived from salmon from Norway and Sweden. As they process the fish for food, they take the milk out of the salmon, they process it and make it into PDRN. We have great topical products that we mixed with other ingredients that we well know, niacinamide, glutathione, vitamin C. There's HA in it, but these are all skincare products that have been used consistently in skincare, topical skincare, that actually work. And we make sure it was formulated to give some amazing luminosity to the skin. All the products are really geared towards, pigmentation issues. Great for, smooth, shiny skin. Really, that's what it's about.
Yes. Okay. So now I'm sure it's ringing a bell for people because we've seen all the clips around Kim Kardashian having that, salmon sperm facial, right? And so let's talk about how you use it in your practice and what you should be combining in recommending a comprehensive treatment plan.
A great post topical treatment, post any kind of microchanneling, any type of laser. Again, it's not a product. Our product is sterile, but it is not marketed for injection purposes. So we don't want people injecting this product. That's not what it was created for. It's absolutely created as a skincare product to enhance all your other treatments.
Gotcha. So if I'm doing RF microneedling, traditional microneedling, microchanneling, those are all good examples of combining LúmEnvy, which is the PDO Max product for PDRN. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And you would do that. So if I'm doing a series of 3, I would want to use LúmEnvy after each treatment.
Each one. So yes, as you all know, we have the PDO Glow that we really recommend to only use once a month for 3 months, and then skip 3 months at a time. But the LúmEnvy is something you can use pretty regularly because it's a skincare topical product. It's great. It just, when you think about how amazing vitamin C is for skin and glutathione and niacinamide, now add this in to give you that more amp of the luminosity. That's why it was called LúmEnvy, because of the luminosity it gives to the skin.
I love that. So talk about some of the results and benefits that clients are seeing when they are adding LúmEnvy to the post-care treatment.
They're just seeing more brilliant, evenly toned skin. And that was the goal. I have a passion for skin of color. And really, if you really, I say this all the time, anybody above a skin level 1 is skin of color, right? Anybody that's a 2 to a 6 has the potential to hyperpigment, all that stuff. So the products in my LúmEnvy, it's not just PDRN, it's all the things that give skin that brighter, I don't want to say brighter, whiter skin. It's brighter, more smooth. Your makeup goes on better. It's just the feedback we're getting is like, wow. And that, I think the wow comes from us having formulated it with the other 4 products. Other PDRN products on the market are just PDRN and HA. So you're not getting all that, all the products that work really well together. You tend to pick up just the vitamin C, or you tend to pick up just the niacinamide. We've put all the products together that we found formulating worked really well to just give you great skin.
I love that. And what kind of pricing are you seeing your clients? How much are they adding on to it when they are using the LúmEnvy in conjunction with the device?
Anywhere from a $200 upcharge to $400, depending on their target market. The cost of consumable to a practice is whether you mix the PDO Glow and the LúmEnvy, it's both a $45 cost to, because if you're using LúmEnvy alone, you're using 3 ml. If you're using PDO Glow alone, you're using 3 mLs. But if you're mixing them, you're using 1.5 of each. So the first 3 months, I'd mix 1.5 of each, and then I'd just go to the 3 mLs of LúmEnvy. And you're only paying about, I think we broke it down to $45 a use.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're getting a good margin on that in addition, so for the practice, right? In addition to just really enhancing the results for the patient as well. I love that. Win-win.
Yeah. And, with all that HA, it's nice and cooling. We find that post-treatment, we find that, with your rosacea people, it diminishes the redness. So it's just a lot of good quality products in a nice, sterile environment so that it just makes people feel good. When their skin looks good, people feel good.
I love that. And Gio, you've been doing this for a really long time. So for someone that is maybe says that, oh, I don't think my clients can afford the additional cost, or they lack confidence in really putting together, a comprehensive treatment plan to ultimately get the best results possible for their patient. What kind of advice would you give someone that is compartmentalizing as like, oh, well, you can just do 1 treatment, or you could do 3, or and then you could potentially add on these boosters, right? Anytime we compartmentalize things, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. So someone that's having confidence issues or mindset blocks of like, I don't think my clients can afford it, or they wouldn't want to spend the additional money, what kind of advice would you give someone?
Oh, Caitlin, my advice would be, if you think your services are good now, they're going to be great. My son, who is probably my late adopter of anything I bring on board, was himself shocked at how much better it made his services. It's really, for people who take care of their skin, they're not going to mind spending the money because they see the results immediately. They feel the hydration. They see the hydration. They see the luminosity. I'm just going to tell you, it's not a hard sell. Before I was on the phone with you, I got a call from one of my accounts. A lot of my accounts are people who have been in the industry a long time. They've seen everything. And she was like, oh my God, I love it. I cannot believe it. Because, I'll call my accounts when we get a new product in, and I'm sure they're all like, oh, another product. Here we go. And it's like, my clients know me enough to be like, well, I'm going to try it because Gio doesn't bring something to market that doesn't work, or she does her due diligence to make sure, like you said, I've been in the industry. God, I'm going on 40 years, and I've seen things come and go. I've seen things where I've been promised things will work and yeah, they're okay. I spent 2 years formulating this. And why did it take me 2 years? Because I tried it on myself and I made sure before I brought it to market that I loved it. And as anybody that knows me knows, I'm passionate about the industry. I'm passionate about the practices. I'm passionate about the practices making money. I get very disturbed when I see and know what it costs to make things in this industry. And people are charging these astronomical prices, and it makes it cost prohibitive for a practice to do them. I like to bring a product to market that works. The patient sees result, the client sees results. I mean, we don't sell it to, we're not selling it direct to consumer because again, but it could have been a direct to consumer product because it's topical. We could sell it to anybody, but we kept it for practices because it works. And I want them being able to make and add money to their services. Um, there's always somebody out there trying to take things apart. But when you try this, and Caitlin, I hope you try it soon because you are going to call me and go, okay, I'm addicted. And that's what we really, when I put a product to market, that's my goal, to make sure that your consumer, I'm not even going to say customer in a clinic, it's your consumer is getting and seeing the difference in the products.
I love that so much. I was just doing a training earlier about talking about how, you can be so good in the consultation room and getting, uncovering pain points and getting micro commitments and, giving them different vehicles through membership or patient financing or package pricing. But if you are not a true believer in the product, right? Like, because you haven't
Forget
tried
it.
it, you haven't completed the protocol. Like if you don't drink the Kool-Aid, then that's when it's really becomes easy that you don't even recommend it. Or when the patient is like, oh, well, can I just do it without the booster? Right. It's like, well, okay. But if you've actually done the treatment and you see the results for yourself, it's like, no, girl, you don't want to skip this. Right.
Exactly. And I'm glad you brought up memberships. Think about this. This is a great freebie at their price point. Okay. This is a great quarterly freebie to add on for them. It's not costing the practice hundreds of dollars. It's costing them $45. And if they have a membership that their clients are paying $199 a month, and they're giving them 10% off this, 10% off that for $45. Think about it. If you've got a membership and you're taking your Botox from $14 to $10 because it's on a membership for $12, right? This is a cheaper alternative for your members as their quarterly treat. At least most memberships I know give like a yearly or a quarterly gift for being a member. I don't know about you, but I think for cost of goods of $45, you can't beat it.
Yeah, I love that. And that's going to get me thinking about doing more device treatments, right? Like sometimes we get caught up in just doing injectables, right? And so if that free gift is going to drive me into more devices, right? The med spa loves that because there's a higher profit margin on that. So I like the strategy behind where we're driving them to increase our profit margin. I love that.
Exactly. So to add this as a freebie onto their RF microneedling for the month of July, it only cost them $45 versus giving a different free treatment. I honestly don't know of any other product you could add to your membership that's this inexpensive.
Right, with that type of value and
With that type of wow.
yeah. Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And being strategic on where it potentially then will drive them to. I love that so much. Okay, so if I want to get my hands on this to try this out in your practice, where should we go?
Go to PDOmax.com, and we have actually a Pure Brilliance bundle that we bundle the PDO Glow and the LúmEnvy. And that's a great way to start. It's pretty reasonably priced. And my team, whether it be Jacqueline, Giovanna, or Charlie, they will hook them up. You know, we have a very small team. I've kept my company very small. And honestly, I keep it very small because I don't want the message distorted outside of our people.
Yeah.
We don't want, I mean, because, you know, there's a lot going on in the industry of people injecting things they shouldn't be injecting. And we want to make sure people know that this is for a topical use.
Yeah, well, guys, whether it is for boosters like LúmEnvy or PDO Afterglow, or you are interested in getting PDO thread training, you definitely want to check out PDOmax.com to learn more information. I have personally attended PDO Max training. I'm trying to think. At
Three times,
right? With you, Gio. I love you so much. And just amazing product, team, trainers. And I just am so glad that you have been such a pioneer in making the med spa industry better and leveling up. And you do it with such honesty and integrity. And the industry is lucky to have you, Gio.
Thank you, Katlin. I can't wait to talk and see you again.
Check out PDOmax.com to learn more about LúmEnvy and how one of the hottest topical products on the market, PDRN, and how you can get your hands on it. Thanks, guys. Bye.